What's going on, guys? Today we have a really cool router from Synology, and this is actually their first ever router. It is the RT1900ac. So let's go ahead and take a look. The RT1900ac comes in this pretty plain box. We're not actually sure if this is going to be the full retail box. We actually received this before it is available, so we're not actually sure if Synology is going to go with this, but it's just kind of like this plain cardboard box. On the front, it lets us know it is the RT1900ac, has a little picture of it, and goes over some of the main features here. 1900 megabit dual band speeds, beamforming technology, parental and traffic control, 3G, 4G hotspot, downloads, and multimedia hub. And then on the back, it goes over all of your full specifications and everything like that. So again, if you are at the store, even though this isn't some crazy packaging, you'll still have all of the information that you want. Getting everything out of the box, we of course have the RT1900ac router itself. We have the 3 antennas that don't come pre-installed. We have a stand here, quick installation guide, our power adapter, and we have an Ethernet cable. Taking a closer look at the router, I've gone ahead and installed the antennas, which are extremely easy to put on if you've ever installed any antenna on any type of device. Pretty much just screw them in there. Now this router is pretty decent size, about the size of a normal router. It's not all that big. And one thing that's cool is that Synology has installed these little feet on the back. So you can see that it puts it kind of at this angle. And what's great about this angle, which I do like, is it makes it easy to read your activity LEDs here. So, there's so many times where like your internet might go out or something, you're like, what's going on? I don't know. This makes it easy to read those LEDs. Now the stand that comes included, the stand will actually put the router up at an angle, sort of like this too, if you want that. So you have the ability to kind of put this router how you want it, how it fits best in your home and networking setup. Now talking about the LEDs here, we have a status LED, 2.4 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz, WAN LED, and then you have activity LEDs for all 4 of the ports. On the front too, you also have an eject button. I believe that's a smart eject button for your 2 storage ports over here. So you do have a USB 3.0 port and an SD card. So I believe this will have multimedia capability. So you will be able to say have a file server or something like that where you can read off of the USB 3.0 and you can also read off of the SD card. So if you want to share media or just have extra files somewhere, you can always have them right there. Now if we move around to the opposite side here, we have 2 buttons, or 2 switches, or a switch and a button really. So if you guys can see this, we have our WPS button. So we all know what that does. That makes it very easy to get wireless devices on the network. You hit the WPS button here and it's going to instantly connect. And then we have a Wi-Fi switch on or off, which is actually pretty cool. You really don't see this on a lot of routers. So what this does is, say maybe you're going on vacation or something like that, and you don't want people trying to get into your network or something like that, but you still want your wired connections, maybe for your desktop or something like that. So you can actually just turn Wi-Fi on and off, or you're going out for the night or something, and you just, it's just an extra little security feature. You can actually turn Wi-Fi on or off, which I do like. Now we're gonna move around to the back here, and we have our little power button. So this does have a dedicated power button, which is a nice thing on a router. We have our power in, of course, that will power the device. We have our WAN port here. And of course, this is where you're going to go ahead and plug in your internet. And then we have our 4 Ethernet ports for your wired connections. Flip over to the bottom, not much here. We do have a hardware reset switch. So if you mess something up, you can go ahead and reset it to the factory defaults. And then just on the bottom, we have the 2 little rubber feet here. So again, when this is sitting here, it's not gonna move around all that much. And then just all of your information, your MAC address and your PIN code and all that kind of stuff that you would need for this router. So this wraps it up for our quick unboxing of Synology's first ever router, the RT1900ac. Now make sure you check back very soon on thinkcomputers.org as we'll have our full written review. Until next time, catch you guys later.